Hi, here's another one of the watches which I got as part of an inheritance. So this is one of the last ones I'm kind of looking at. I haven't cleaned this up yet. So this is an automatic. It's a Montine of Switzerland, 25 jewels. I think it's late 1970s, 1980s. I'm not quite sure of the exact date on these. I've actually had one of these before. I bought one over a year ago from eBay for just under £10, and that cleaned up really well. It was working for a short while, then it stopped. I had an issue with it. I could never get it working again. I've actually ended up selling it for spares or repairs. So this one, it's nice to see the watch back again, but obviously a different one. But this one's actually working. So what I'm going to do is just show you it now before I do a little bit of a clean up on it, because this has probably been sitting in a drawer for many years and it's got quite a bit of just, dirt and bits and bobs on it from being worn and sat around for a long time. So I'm going to give it a good clean with some degreasing spray, probably some warm water, a little bit of washing up liquid, bit of window lean, polish up the lens, the crystal a little bit more. Just see if we can lift a look at this watch. I won't show you me doing that. I'm just going to cut straight back once it's done. Now these watches, they are made in Switzerland. They were sold primarily on aeroplanes. And this is why the person who left this to me, they did a lot of travelling. They were going backwards and forwards to Malaysia and places like that. They were always on aeroplanes. And they had a couple of these Montine watches, a woman's one as well. And it's of no surprise because they sold these kind of like they would like a duty-free thing, I think. These thousands and thousands of these were sold on aeroplanes mainly. They're not bad quality. I wouldn't say they're high quality. They're basically a nice Swiss movement, which I'll show you. Once I've got this cleaned up, we'll get the back off and I'll show you the movement. I don't know what, they're probably on par with something like, they're not quite Tissot, but they're somewhere around that kind of quality. They're not too bad. It's like a gold plated case, which has got a little bit of wear to it. This one, I think, has really been worn quite a bit. Still on, I think, is the original strap. I've seen these come up before and they've been on this style of strap, so I think this is actually the original strap. And it's got a very nice kind of milled looking case. So let's give this a clean up and I'll come back. So here we go. I've given it a nice clean up and bit of a polish up, nothing too aggressive whatsoever, but it's come up pretty nicely. Did have a bit of an issue with the strap. Even before I started cleaning the strap, I noticed that it was kind of coming apart at the seams along here, like in two different, the two pieces that make up this strap are basically coming apart. So what I've done is I've just put a little bit of glue on the inside and glued that back down. So that should be okay with the super glue I've put on there. I should hold that strap together for a bit longer. Excuse me. So what I'll do now is I will just remove the back and give you a look at the movement on this little, I'll say little, it's not a bad size, Montine of Switzerland. It's the first time I've had this back off this watch. And there is the little automatic movement. And it seems to be running quite nicely, this. As I said, it's been stuck in a drawer for many years. So it's not done too bad to just be working again after not working for, I really don't know how many years. It's probably not been worn for 20 years, something like that. This is one of the watches that was just stuck in a drawer. I've got a few watches, I've put batteries in them, they were all dead. I'm going to show you another one, which I've put a battery on, which I'm selling. It's another Montine. So you've got the rotor there. It all looks pretty good. So I'm not quite sure if I'm going to sell this one on. Looking at the back plate, there is some writing, so it may have been serviced. I think there's some writing. Something scratched on the back. So when they're serviced, the guy who services it often puts a date. And we've got 10. So perhaps it was worn a bit more recently than I thought. It's probably why it's working. So looking at that, I think that's 2010 something. There's lots of numbers. I'm not quite sure if that's a date. 21/4/10. There's something before, so it could be 21/4/10. Not quite sure. Doesn't make quite sense, does it? Because 1/4 can't be a month. So I'm not quite sure. That may not be 2010. That might mean something else. So anyway, let's put that back on. Whatever, it seems to be working at the moment, so there's not a lot of light here today. I'm not using any additional lamps, so this is just natural light coming through the window. They're quite a handsome looking watch. The other, before I put that on my wrist, I'll show you this other Montine. So what happened is Montine of Switzerland, they made proper kind of Swiss mechanical watches, but at some stage they were bought out by another company, I believe a Chinese company, and they started going on to quartz watches. So for instance, this one, which wasn't one of the ones, this is one I bought a while back from eBay, and it's quite a cheap, kind of almost nasty looking. It's a Montine, but it has gold leaf, it's got a couple of diamond chips, but it's a quartz, and the movement in there is, I don't know why that's looking so smeared, is pretty basic. Yeah, assembled in China. And that's a new leather strap I put on it. So that one I did purchase just for a couple of pounds, and I cleaned it up, put that strap on it, put a battery on it, and I'm selling that in a moment. And the other one, which was another one of the watches that I inherited, is this. I think it's a lady's. Could be unisex, not quite sure. It's quite small. Montine quartz. Slightly better quality, I think, than the big one there. And I've put a new battery on that, and it's working. And that's with the original strap. But as you can see, it's not as good quality as the mechanical Montine of Switzerland. So something to look for if you are looking for a Montine. Be wary. A lot of the later quartz ones are when they were Chinese, I think. But at this stage, it's a proper Swiss watch. So I'll show you what that looks like on my 6.5-inch wrist. So the strap's still a little bit damp from where I was cleaning it. Hopefully the glue's drying. It's not a bad looking watch. Definitely a little bit 1980s or late 70s looking. Try to move the light a little bit. It has a quick adjustment date where you can press the button and it goes through the date. So that's nice and easy. Now I haven't worn this at all. I haven't checked it for accuracy. It's working. I'd have to wear it for some time to see how it is. It seems like it's running nicely. For the short time I've had it running, it seems to be keeping good time. So I'll probably end up selling this one. I mean, honestly don't know. I could keep it. I'm not quite sure. I'll leave it for now. I'll keep hold of it for now, but I may well end up selling it, although they don't make a lot of money. So these Montine mechanical little Swiss watches is quite a nice way to pick up a Swiss movement Swiss watch for not a lot of money. You know, you should be able to pick, you know, if that was on eBay now, you're probably not going to pay more than £20 for it. You might get it for less than that. The last one I bought was about £10, but it didn't have a strap and it was in an awful state. And it did actually pack up on me shortly afterwards. But yeah, this one I wouldn't say is quite a nice condition on the case. It's got a few more scratches than the other one I had. The other one was pretty much mint on the case. So this one's probably got a little bit more wear, but it does seem to have its original strap, albeit it wanting to come apart, although I've kind of fixed that with some super glue for now. Yeah, so if you are collecting watches and you want a little Swiss watch, it's an interesting watch, mainly because it was sold on aircraft. You know, back in the day, they would have tried to flog you one of these when you're on your plane, on the plane, and people would buy them. It was something to do with the duty-free aspect. I remember reading something about this, but that's why they were able to sell them a bit cheaper. But I don't think you could get them from a watch shop or a jewellery shop. I think they were solely sold either out of airports or planes all around the world. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe for more watch-related content. Look back at my old videos. I've got loads of videos on vintage watches, on more modern watches, lots of interesting bargain watches, some higher end watches, but not that. Most of the watches I buy are usually kind of pocket bargain friendly, things I've picked up off from eBay and cleaned up, that type of thing. So, you know, it's a good fun little hobby. You don't have to spend a fortune. And I hope you enjoyed that. Take care.